Hello, darling. This is part 2 to the reading of How Does My Person Feel About Me. If you're just catching part 2 and you didn't get a chance to see part 1, go check out part 1 to make sure that this message is for you. But this person here, so they're worried, they're depressed, they're panicked, they're feeling grief. But again, I'm feeling like this is from their past. Or maybe it's from your guys' past that you had together. Two different things there. Again, take what resonates for you. We're here to work raw and real, right? We're not trying to feed our delulu. This person's worried despite this happiness. But I feel like these two play hand in hand together. They're worried because they're so happy. They're worried almost in a sense of, what if they lose you? Because maybe they've lost someone before. I'm hearing for some of you, your person actually was very, very open with somebody and they were met with like eye roll, just stink face, like, why are you talking so much? Why are you telling me so much of this? While they were sitting there pouring their heart out to another person, and they got traumatized by it a little bit. And they're happy that you're not like that. Or I'm hearing that some grief happened in this relationship or something happened and they're depressed about it. They're worried that you're not, maybe they want a second chance and they're worried you're not willing to give it to them. There's something that they want moving forward though, because they want to create something with you. They feel lonely. These are the emotions that they're hiding. They want to create something. They're lonely, and they're trying to resist both of this. I think they're trying to resist both of this in some way of, experiencing different outlets, whether that is like quite literally another person, other connections, work, hobbies. But I'm hearing for some people, like, your person is quite literally trying to disassociate from this feeling of wanting to create something with you. I think that's almost what's feeding into this unsure feeling of what they're hiding. There we go. Sorry. Scares them. Yes. This is the one that scares them. Oh my goodness. That they love you. They're scared that they love you. Love is a scary thing. Sometimes. Not always. But when you've had past trauma, love can be scary. Because it's like, what if this isn't love? What if I pour myself out to this person and they just look at me with a stink face? I open myself up like that. That is a lesson of learning within each individual of when you open yourself up to somebody, you're not just opening yourself up to somebody else, you're also opening yourself up to yourself. Yes, you cannot express to somebody else something unless you are first vulnerable with yourself about that, but sometimes the vulnerability with somebody else is how we're able to understand things about ourselves more. We find parts of who we are in other people. That's how other connections happen, especially soul tie connections. They're there to help us bring ourselves back to ourselves. So this person is jealous. They're very worried that someone else is going to swoop you up. The emotion that they're projecting and they're trying to hide, they're irritated, they're confident, they're being kind of a little word that I can't use on TikTok right now. What is your heart picking up on that the words aren't saying? What is your heart picking up on? A couple of times. Come out here. I'm gonna grab a couple more cards here. Hold on. Okay. Too many at once. Again, too many at once. There we go. I'm not even gonna say anything. Like, I can't make this up. So we have the loving card here, which is, you know, the feeling that scares them the most that they feel about you is the devoted, affectionate, tender. I feel like they want to devote themselves to you, or you want to devote yourself to them, and it scares the absolute shit out of them. Or they want both. Like, they're finding themselves, and you know what? I think that's why this jealous card is coming up with it, but I'm showing you that because look at the difference of the meaning. This one's devoted, affectionate, and tender because we can have different forms of, like, loving energy. This one is loving in, like, romantic sense, where they want to create, like, you are picking up on the fact that they want this romance. They're very comforted with you, but they're also very frustrated. So maybe this irritation that they're projecting is, I mean, maybe that's just what your own heart is picking up on, right? Sometimes we're not always right, but what I'm getting is that this irritation that they were using to project how they're feeling, without them realizing, slowly became how they actually were starting to feel. Almost in a sense where I feel like it's not completely directed at you. It's definitely projected at you, but it's not at you. If that makes sense. It's not like at you. It's does that make sense? I don't know. It's going to for somebody. Okay, is there any healing that will help this collective here? That went, like, completely flying. Okay, so this is actually kind of interesting because it went literally flying across the room, and as I was walking over there, I was like, oh, I have to go travel. I wonder if they're being called to travel. There's not a travel card in this deck, but I feel like you're being called to travel in some way, but then I picked this up, and you got focus. And what I'm getting with that, both of those, like, two intuitive feelings coming together, you're being called to focus on traveling to yourself. That's what you're being called to work on when it comes to this connection. You know, this person has all these feelings and all these different things, but you're being called to just focus on you. Quite literally, just focus on you and what you want to grow in your own inner power. Focus on the blessings that are coming into your life. Again, focus on you and your blessings. If this person's going to be a blessing, let them show up as a blessing. Someone needed to hear that. Find the balance for yourself. Find the balance on your life. Like, quite literally, I'm hearing that for some of you, you've been watching quite a few readings on how is this person feeling. That your algorithm has a lot of them. And I'm hearing balance your algorithm. Like, not even just your life, like, balance your algorithm. Get rid of the readings as much. I know I'm a reader, and probably a lot of readers are like, stop watching readings, but I'm hearing balance your time, I guess. Maybe don't doom scroll a bunch of readings because it's also spiritual hygiene. You don't want to overwhelm yourself, you know, just as much as you would take a shower every day. You're not just going to skip out on shower, or, you know, maybe not shower every day. Some people don't shower every day, but, you know, you're not going to skip out on your own personal hygiene, right? Don't skip out on your spiritual hygiene either. Find balance for yourself. Find balance for your life, for the things that you enjoy, the people that you love, and the goals that you want to create. This person, they're worried, they're depressed, they're panicked, they're living in grief despite all this happiness and loving energy that they feel for you. They're perceiving themselves as irritated, but they're still comforted. They're frustrated about it, so let them be. Just let them and focus on yourself. Focus on your own inner power. You got this, you got this, you got this. Focus on